Welcome to the Echo Tips Podcast.
Here's a sneak peek into what we're going to cover in this week's episode of the Echo Tips Podcast. What time is it?
The time is 10:41 p.m.
Okay, so you hear it over there with a female voice. Well, hello, and welcome to the Echo Tips Podcast. It's good to have you all with us here. I'm your host, David Ward, for the Echo Tips Podcast, a assistive technology trainer and IT instructor. So our theme this week is going to be kind of an interesting one that I really wasn't planning on, but and I don't know if I've probably covered it just kind of generically like a one-liner, but I really felt like I needed to share this with you guys, and that is stereo playback on the Amazon Echoes. And also I'm going to throw in there kind of a little extra bonus, some experience that I've had with audio groups. So that's more than just two Echoes, a left and right like stereo, where you can have them spread throughout the entire house and playing music in synchronization. Now that I'm pretty sure we've covered in the past, but I've been playing with that a lot. In fact, I've been almost using it nonstop over the last couple of months, and I just probably never brought it up to you guys before. But anyway, it's great to have you all here, you returning listeners, you new listeners as well. If I sound a little weird this week, it's because my tonsils are a little inflamed this week. I think I had something that I was allergic to or something, and my body is trying to get over it. But anyway, life lessons learned. So that and allergies probably aren't helping either. But it's good to have you all guys with us this week. Now, for you newbies who are just kind of curious what the show is really all about, the Echo Tips Podcast has been on for, it's now in its 7th season with a back catalog over 300 episodes, and we do everything with Amazon Echo. And so that could be home automation, games, media playback, podcast, things you could do for productivity, such as alarms, timers, reminders. Gee whiz, I use those every day. Calendar items, just so many things that you can use them for. And I mentioned home automation, but I use them a lot for that as well. So anyway, if there's questions you have about a past topic, or see if it was a past topic, there's a good chance we've covered it in the past. If not, there's ways you can reach out to us as well, and I'll mention those at the tail end of the show. Now, since I've been kind of slammed lately, but really in a good way, I've been involved in a lot of special activities I really have enjoyed lately, some training and different things I've been doing. I'm not really going to be able to devote a lot of time this week to this, but this was one I thought was good. We're not going to play a transition in here or anything, and we don't really have a sponsorship anyway, but who knows, maybe in the future, guys. We'll get right into the meat of our matter. So this feature has been around for a long time, and it is stereo pairing with the Amazon Echo, and I believe there's a feature in there too. I may have to investigate this, where you can set up like a bass as well, a subwoofer. The feature I'm talking to you about today is stereo pairing, though, in particular. So let me just give you an idea what my layout up until now has been. I have Echoes in my office. Well, I should just say every room but the bathroom practically, but I have a waterproof Bluetooth speaker in there that pairs with an Echo. So I guess in a way I have them everywhere. But I have Echoes in the bedroom, I have them in the living room, I have them in the kitchen, and I have them here in the office studio. And so I really have them throughout the house. And so one of the things I started doing a few months back is, I'm working from home, doing things at home, I'm moving around. I want to continue to hear a podcast or my music throughout the house, not constantly having to transfer it from one Echo to another, which you can do, but sometimes it's a little haphazard. But anyway, and so you can create an audio group in your A-Lady app and then set it up such that, all the Echoes in your house are in one group. I'll call my group, I think, just Everything, I think is the name. Yeah, Everywhere. And that way, when I say play on Everywhere, that Echo initiates, I guess, basically the startup connection and uses Bluetooth, I think, to synchronize across all the Echoes so that they're all in sync, playing the music at the exact same interval. And it does, well, I used it for a long time over the months, so it works pretty daggone good. Is a little finicky. Well, there's a lot of finicky things about it, but a little finicky about, which Echo you go up to and ask it to do it. And then if you go to a different Echo, will it continue to play on all the house things? Generally, once you're on one Echo, say I'm sitting here in the office and I continually give the commands to it, I don't have to constantly re-invoke it. I could change music and it's just going to continue to play on the Everywhere group. I wish there was a little more lock in on that, and maybe there's some lessons we could take from the stereo feature. So there is some bugginess and all of that, but generally it has worked pretty good. I now and again have run into some weird quirks because if I have them set to a different volume, say in the kitchen, and I wasn't paying attention, well, then I might be blowing my neighbors away because in my office I said, play, and everything here in the office set the volume 2, but the kitchen set at volume 6. So then I walk out through the house like, why is that so low? Oh, yeah, it's set way higher. So another command I've often used is, change the volume everywhere to 2 or 3 or whatever the volume is that I want. And that changes all those speakers to basically the same volume. Now, that's kind of worked somewhat well for me. It's a little, I constantly have to more or less say it or get the thing going again, or if I move to a different room and change content, I have to kind of reinitialize it. So it can be kind of a bother. And that's why I wanted to mention to you guys what I've kind of discovered this week is the stereo pairing feature. Now, I think I've played with this maybe just once years ago, but never revisited it. I was thinking about doing it in the office for a long time for you guys, or just for myself. But I had the Echo Show 8 in here, and I was trying to keep that in here because I was hoping for the beta to come out soon, and I'd be right poised to do demos for you guys. But, that seems to be being pushed back farther and farther. It's like the 80-20 rule. They get 80% of the AI there, but there's the last 20% they can't seem to solve. That's going to take us years to get there. Anyway, I finally was like, I want to do this stereo thing. I think it'd be nice. Maybe it'd be nice. So I couldn't do stereo pairing with an Echo Dot that I have here for the studio with the Echo Show 8. It wouldn't allow me to do that. It had to be like basically a same type of Echo, I think, or at least in the same genre. So what I did is I switched out the Echo Dot in the living room with the Echo Show, and then moved that dot here in the office, kind of renamed them and whatever. And then I did the stereo pairing. So you can do the stereo pairing. Oh, let me shut its voice off. No, it's not going to hear me. But your Echoes at home may hear me. I'm about to say the A-Lady name. Okay, guys? So open up the Alexa app, ALEXA, and what you do is you go into your, there's several different ways you get there. Generally, you would just probably go to Devices. Then you would find the Echo, choose any one of the Echoes. Say, like I had here, Office 1 and Office 2, Echo Dots. You go into one of those, and then in the top right corner, there's going to be a gear or settings icon. You're going to hit that. And then it's probably about, I'm trying to remember, there's several audio things at the top. I think it's, oddly enough, a little further down the page. It might be like 5th or 6th item where you need to do for audio or stereo pairing. And if it doesn't say stereo pairing, you might look for several of the audio things and dig into those. One of them is where you change the treble and the bass and stuff, but the other one, I think it's pretty sure it says stereo pairing in there. Anyway, you go through that, and it's pretty simple. You just pretty much say, you do need to select both Echoes. Oddly enough, although you're already in Office 1, you need to select Office 1 and 2 are going to be the pair. Then the next step is it says, okay, which one of these is the left and which one is the right? I have the one here off to my left in the studio, and then my other one is over here on my right. And basically, and you can play a little jingle to make sure you got it right because you were somehow confused about which one was which. Now, you can even hear them in here, and I have different wake words for them. So, Ziggy, what time is it?
The time is 10:41 p.m.
Okay, so you hear it over there with the female voice. Computer, Let's see, make sure I got its ears on. Computer? No. It's the other one in the kitchen hearing me. Computer? What time is it?
The time is 10:41.
Okay, so there you go. That's the pairing I got. These two, one to my left and one to my right. Now, once you do that, you're pretty much good to go. And immediately after that, it just worked, guys. It was glorious. If I go over here and I say play music on the one to the left, I say, CO computer. I say that, play whatever, it comes out immediately on the other one. They just automatically synchronized. If I go over and say ZIGGY, it comes out over here. They keep the audio volume at the same level. If I change the volume on one, the other one changes the corresponding volume. If I push the volume up on one, it goes up on the other. It's a beautiful, just simple, and it just works. And it's been rock solid. I don't think it's goofed up once in the last couple of days, which is saying something, guys. I literally can walk into the office and you might as well feel like you have run a cord between them. They just work. And the audio is, they're dots. They're not the greatest thing. So I feel like this could be really cool if I had a more expensive Echo in here for two of them. But it's kind of tinny. They don't have a lot of bass or anything. But yeah, it really improves the experience, guys. That left channel, right channel. I've been using the home all along, but I guess it's just they're not broken up, stereo left and right, and I'm just hearing it out in a mono-like thing across the whole house. I don't know. Maybe I guess if I'm listening to the Echo Show, does it have a stereo pair in them? I'm not really sure. Even if they did, they're really close together. It might not be able to discern it, but yeah, it's just a great experience. So let me give you an example here. So let's give it a try. Computer, play music by Jonathan Colton. Oh, I said it in a whisper voice, and now it's like. So now I can push this volume button. Check this out. And they both go down simultaneously, or if I had done it verbally. Or if I change the music over by commanding the other one, it will change over here. Ziggy, stop. It just works, guys. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. So I would say if you're in an environment where you're in a room or a living room on a regular basis or your office, by God, get one Echo Dot, set it at one end of the desk, set the other Echo Dot at the other end of the desk. It's definitely, buy them when they're on sale or something, where it's like $25 a piece or $20 a piece. It'll be worth it to you guys. It's really dramatically improved. And just the simplicity of it. I don't have to command it. I don't have to say connect to audio group. I don't hear a lot of weird Bluetooth drop-offs now and again, or is it just, they lock in and are working. Now, the only quirky thing that's kind of quirky about it is they don't kind of operate independently. I have two different wake words. I have two different text-to-speech engines. And this one over here on the left, as you heard, was a male voice, and that one over there is a female voice. So it's kind of weird in that way. But the other cool thing is if you're in a skill, a lot of skills that have music or games or something like that, or I thought about it was in the Bible app skill, stuff I had never heard in stereo, suddenly it's coming through in stereo, and I'm like, whoa, that's kind of immersive, It's like, it was really kind of cool. So I just bring that out to you guys. I thought that was very, very impressive. Not that I don't still like the group music throughout the whole house, and I still use it. Although, honestly, it probably keeps these, I'll have to pay attention. I'll have to conduct an experiment for you guys, but I'm pretty sure it does. These probably still remain in stereo mode. So they're still splitting the left and right channels, even if I go out on the rest of the house and they're playing in mono. So that's just very interesting. But it's so rock solid and almost like bug proof. It's kind of reminiscent of what I hear about Sonos speakers used to be back in the day, before they got outpaced by everybody in the known universe. But yeah, it's just rock solid and just really enjoyable experience. I really wish I had done it a long, long time ago, because it definitely was worth the experience. So, guys, by all means, check that out. Give it a try. I'd love to hear your feedback. You can give us a feedback at ecotipspodcast at CERT, C-E-R-T, Dr. DOCTOR.com. Or you can drop us a note about a thought or a suggestion for a future episode. But until next time, it's that time again. Turn the ears of your Echo back on. Start practicing some of the many things you've learned. I'm David Ward, and we thank you for listening.